I like people who are making a difference in the money world, and today is no exception. We have Colin LeMahieu. He is the founder of a cryptocurrency named Nano, and the symbol is XNO. Tell us how you named the crypto and how the crypto Nano got started.
Yeah, absolutely. So I started Nano about 10 years ago. And actually it was called Rayblox at the time. We changed it to Nano, mostly because people just didn't know how to pronounce Rayblox and it doesn't translate very well. So we got Nano. Very fortunately, that we really like that name. We think it kind of demonstrates what we're trying to do. Small, easy to move, Nano, easy. So we started that. I started in Austin, Texas. That's where I had lived for about 10 years. And now I'll tell you, I'm over in London. And yeah, we're doing that over here, connecting with people, making money better. So, what we're trying to do is, unlike the rest of the crypto space, which is kind of trying to do anything and everything, we're focusing on that original thing, which is how do we get some sound money that the supply can't be tampered with. That's my big thing. Is I just want that to be out there, and it has to be usable. So the usability part was why I embarked on this project rather than just using something else that was already out there.
Well, Eric was in my office about a month ago, and he said, "Have you heard of this cryptocurrency named Nano?" And I said, "No." He said, "Let me show you how easy it is to send money from one person to another." So I downloaded the app, and within 5 minutes, he sent me a token. I had the token in my account. But within 5 minutes, of course, of downloading the app and going through the process took like 20 seconds. It was amazing how fast it was to do that, just by one phone to the other. Yeah. And so that's what's amazing these days. And I think that's why the traditional financial world is kind of worried right now about this, about the simplicity.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, the simplicity. I mean, when you look at banks and how much money they make simply off of transferring money, that is actually where the lion's share of their money comes from. So even if they don't realize what they're doing, they're not going to be happy about the possibility of it going elsewhere. And obviously, there's lots of other concerns. This whole industry is rife with regulatory tape you have to go through to do things right, and that's what we're doing.
When did you get the what I call crypto fever? When did it hit you that this makes so much more sense than fiat currencies?
Yeah, that's a good question. I think I've read about Bitcoin originally. Obviously, Bitcoin. I read about Bitcoin on Slashdot. It's like a tech magazine. It's kind of an older one, but I read about it. And I was like, oh, cool, digital money. Forgot about it for 3 years because I'm not really an investor type. And I came back, I was like, well, what happened to the digital money that I saw a while ago? Why it's been so long? And then I looked in the industry and I was like, oh, there's like 3,000 of these and they're just making more and more. They're forgetting the fundamentals. And then that's when I started realizing it's like, no, this is way more valuable than I thought. This gets us fixed currency supplies. This gets everyone the ability to send everyone else in the world money without intermediaries. This is amazing. Yes. We have to make it functional and we have to make it useful. So I was like, well, actually, I tried to pitch some of the ideas I had for Nano, the design stuff to people, but no one in the crypto industry was interested. They wanted to collect fees. They wanted to be able to print money for the devs, all that stuff. So I had to make it from scratch.
Well, I mean, but once you see this world, it's hard to unsee it. I mean, and it makes so much more sense than what we've all grown up with is collecting physical dollars or sending checks or all the kind of stuff we've grown up doing. So I think breaking that mold and breaking into people's minds in a nice way and showing them there's better alternatives in a friendly way. And when you have no fees on transaction, that's a really friendly way. A lot better than getting hit with gas fees or waiting an hour for a Bitcoin transaction to go through. I was amazed at the speed and I was amazed at the cost effectiveness, obviously, of the Nano app. Well, not Nano app, it's Natrium app, right?
Yeah, Natrium app, they do really good. Yeah, well, thanks on that. I mean, those are the fundamental things that we have to do. What does money do? It needs to go quick and it needs to have the least amount of friction, which means no expenses. So we think Nano is the perfect embodiment of that. And it's just a matter of now connecting it to people that can make use of it. And that's what we're doing.